All right, so I see that you're wanted out of Bucks, Pennsylvania on a parole violation.
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
2 underlying cases.
So the fact that he's been on this same fugitive case twice more in your court works both in and against my favor. Before my time in general litigation, there were 2 prior other prosecutors.
Here we go, flexing the muscle.
Well,
I'm just kidding.
One of them was me. But for the 2 prior ones were dismissed, and he keeps getting arrested on the same warrant, and they keep not picking him up. I had Amy call the...
This is going to happen eternally for you, Mr. Ginder, until you go back to Pennsylvania. You will continue to get arrested over and over and over. It doesn't require you to say anything. I'm just giving you a heads up that warrant will be there for the rest of your natural born life until you take care of it. If you're 72, you will still get picked up and sit in jail for... How do we go forward?
So this is one of those unusual situations. There is no pre-signed waiver, so he has a right.
You hear that? The lawyer is stuck in a loop. Pennsylvania won't pick him up, but this warrant follows this man like a cartoon rain cloud. It's a legal stalemate, and the only loser is the guy sitting and holding. But Judge Fleischer, he's about to deliver a reality check that hits different.
A parole case?
Some states, including ours, they just don't have it in their clause for their parole. But I've had Amy call, and she was only able to reach the supervisor for the deputy that actually handles his specific warrant.
Dave, don't we have enough people in jail, number one? And if they don't care enough to pick them up over and over.
So one of them, I was explaining to Ricardo, the first, and I could be wrong, I haven't checked my notes, but one of them might have been around COVID. And so I know a lot of them weren't picking up. Nobody can fault for that. But the other ones, I don't know. And that's why I'm saying, like, I'm not trying to present anything to court that I don't have. But conversely, he's had considerable amount of time to cure his warrant. And so that's why I said, like, it works for and against me. Is obviously I don't like them playing games.
What do you want?
For me, I would like to get a hold of the supervisor there and figuring out what happened the other times, but we've just been unsuccessful this morning. And that's the issue.
I get it. Do you want to perhaps roll it to tomorrow? So it gives you enough time? Hey, I'm with you.
I know.
It's maddening that someone continues to get picked up and they don't care. Either release the hold or come do your job. I mean, really.
Because we do have ones where they release it locally, where they teletype that they won't enforce it in certain jurisdictions or just contiguous ones. And so I don't have an answer to present the court. I mean,
let's roll it to tomorrow. We're going to try to get to the bottom of it, Mr. Gimbel or Ginder. But regardless, that warrant, until you take care of it, is going to eternally be out there forever and a day. And if you like to continue to get arrested, but at some point it must get tiring, right?
Yes, sir. All right, we'll roll it to tomorrow.
So let's roll it to tomorrow. I will tell you this, that I mean,
I know, and that's where I'm at as well. And so I'll see if I can I'll keep going up the chain until somebody answers. That's all I can do.
Yeah, good luck, Day. I know how diligent you are. You know.
Hey, Judge.
How's it going? How's jail?
Not good. I think everybody should go there for 7 days on the first DWI. I think it would fix a lot of things for a lot of people.
You know, and I routinely say this to people, Mr. Fox, is that I would say, I don't know the true statistic, but usually when people go to jail, that one time, most times that one time is scary enough that it's self-correcting and they wise up that they don't ever want to go to a place like that. I mean, it stinks. There's
things that you know.
So, yeah, I know there's no air conditioning, but jails are jails. I mean, it's not the Holiday Inn. It's not Club Med. It's not Disneyland. It's happy and the most wonderful place in the entire world, right? But you got to understand is that we have routinely let you out over and over and over. And you make us promises. You tell us you're going to do things. And then we come to find out later on it's a completely different thing. You have what? 2 open DWIs, right? Is it at least 2, right?
It's two, Judge.
You're on probation with us, and then you pick up a felony as well. At some point, I have to say when. We can't continue. Sometimes we have to protect people from themselves, their own worst enemy. And I'll tell you, when we first did the TRAS, I told you how reluctant I was to go with the other agreement that you guys had worked out, because I wanted to do SATA, because usually our clinicians know what's up. They know the right way
I understand.
to go through things. And you want me to let you out for the holidays, but that really scares me.
I just want my bond reduced, sir. Even my wife, who we're getting divorced, wants me home for Christmas. I mean, spending Thanksgiving in there, and yes, you're right. I mean, I call it jail therapy. I don't know what
Look,
else.
let's not talk about the case at all. I don't want to talk about the case, but
Yes, sir.
I'm bringing you out
I
just,
just want my bond reduced, sir, so I can, I mean, like you said, number one, I can't drive. You're gonna have an ankle monitor on me. I can't go anywhere.
but we still ask you to do things and you refuse to abide by bond conditions. Every time you tell me and you make a promise, you know how it goes, right? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 3 times, really shame on me. And that's where we're at. You tell me things that you're going to do. You tell me that you're going to abide. And when you get out, you still do whatever you want to do.
I never spent 28 days in jail, sir, and this is definitely a wake-up call. I don't know any other way to put it. I mean,
And you've told me that story before.
I've never been in jail before, sir. I've never once been in jail until this time, and I don't need to know how to explain it, because I know you probably
The good
don't.
news is this, Mr. Fox, because there is light at the end of the tunnel, that Mr. Sims is working hard to try to resolve these things once and for all,
Yes, sir.
so you don't sit there and linger. The idea is to do the program that we had initially said.
I understand.
The only problem is the case at a county. That's the holdup, I think, at this point. And so what we're going to do is we're going to have Morgan reach out over there. We're going to have James reach out to your lawyer on that case to see if we can come up to a global resolution once and for all. And hopefully we can do that by next week. I don't know, but I'm hoping. I don't know what the other county has in store, what they want, but hopefully we can get on the same page. And if we let them know this is our intent to do SATA, hopefully we'll see what happens. But
So no bond reduction. Okay.
I'm sorry, Mr. Fox, but look,
I put myself in this mess.
and
right?
quite frankly, you scare me. You know, every day someone dies from a DWI in our county. Every single day. We'll set it for about mid to late next week. Hopefully we can have an answer for you, because like I said, I don't want you to just sit there and just linger. We're going to try to work hard to get this thing closed as quick as possible for you, because the problem is, the idea is to get you help as quick as possible, not to sit there. So we're working hard for you, though. Okay, okay, Mr. Fox, thanks.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Sims. Good morning, Mrs. Avalos. Mrs. Avalos, you're charged with assault, bodily injury. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement. They're offering you an 8-month deferred. Do you know what that is?
What he explained to me, probation, community service, lots of other things that
Classes you'll have to do.
Right. A deferred is a type of probation that if you successfully complete it, you do not end up with a conviction on your record. You can't tell people it was dismissed. It wasn't dismissed. You merely completed the probation successfully, didn't end up with a conviction. What you need to recognize is that you give up almost all rights known by entering into this agreement. And you let us, and you give us the ability to put you in jail for an entire year if you violate this agreement. You can violate it by picking up a new case. Don't do your classes on time. Don't do your community service on time. If you test positive for drugs or alcohol, you violate this community service. Do you understand? I'll make you a deal though. If you do well, if you're nice to everybody, get your classes done quick and everything done quick, I'll take you off in half the time. So you could really be done with this in 4 months if you really kick butt. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I'm not going to be understanding though if you fail to appear, if you pick up a new case, all bets are off. Do you understand? You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you enter into this agreement, you are stuck with it until you complete it successfully or it gets violated. For you to complete this successfully, you must do a thinking for a change class. You must do a 4-hour anger management class. Which thinking for a change did you want? Were you thinking? You must also do 30 hours of community service. Do you have any children, sir? Tell me, how far did you get in school?
I just finished my semester last week.
In what?
What do you mean in what?
College or?
Oh, in college, yeah.
Great job. What are you studying?
Natural sciences while I'm still in community college, but when I get to the 4 year, I want to study kinesiology.
Let me ask you something.
Yes, sir.
Shh. What do you think this is going to do? Do you think this is going to hurt or help you?
I'm a firm believer in consequence.
What you need to understand,
No matter the perspective of the person who is being, punished or receiving consequence. So I know myself pretty well, and I could say that it's definitely gonna be a good stepping stone in regards.
Mr. Savalos, what I want you to understand, when you are applying for jobs in the future, people don't know you. Even for you to step into the door, the only thing that people are going to look at, employers, they're going to look at, number one, your record. They're going to want to see who you are. And I'm going to tell you now, the more convictions you pick up, the worse it is for you. All you're doing is making life more difficult. Do you understand? I hope with this, you really take it to heart, because we want to see you succeed. We want to see you be the best person that you can be. But convictions and criminal cases, no matter what happens, people will still use it. And you need to consider it. When you're out in the free world, self-control. Do you understand?
I understand. Yes, sir. I remember the last conversation, and I feel like I'm doing pretty well on that. I mean, he still heckles me. He tries to get a rise out of me.
Their neighbor's judge.
But
You know what? Then it's never going to stop, Mr.
I
Savalos.
understand.
You need to be the bigger man. And it sucks. And, in life,
Step off the porch.
do you think that there are people who mess with me? On a constant basis, on a daily basis, I have people that are always messing with me as well. But I still try to do the best job I can. I do what's in my heart. I do what I think is right. And that's what you need to do as well. Shh. Mr. Savalos, be the better man. If you need to move, if you need to get away, but even if they're still heckling with you, call the cops. Do find another way. Don't take matters into your own hands. We don't want to see you fail. All right?
Thank you for your concern.
Well, we want you to be the best person you can be, really. So you're in college, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Read the shorter length. Thinking for a change.
No, but my 30 hours of community service, as long as you're in school, I mean, that's great. Just great. Just better yourself. That's what, so.
So you wait for the community service judge?
Yeah, I mean, if they're okay with it.
We're okay with that.
You know, just look, the idea is that you learn and you don't come back, right? So how old are you, bud? I'm going to waive all your fines and fees. It's never about the money. Just do what you say you're going to do it on time, and make the most of it, all right?
Wait, rewind that. The judge just waived all fines and fees for a college kid who showed up with a little remorse and a lot of potential. It's not just about punishment in this courtroom, it's about investment. This right here, this is why people either love or hate Judge Fleischer. There's no script.
Mr. Savalas, how do you plead to the assault? Guilty or not guilty? I'm not going to find you guilty. We'll withhold it for 8 months. Do what you say you're going to do. If you ever have a problem, come back, talk to us. We're here for you. Good luck, man. You know?
Thank you very much.
So get your stuff done quick. We'll take you off quick and you're done, all right?
All right. I receive word on like when I should start all that.
Shatori over there will tell you exactly what you need to do, all right? Okay, man. Billetter. All right, Mr. Billetter.
You should have told me that. That's easy.
So you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You need to understand that you're making a lifetime decision today, and this is a very big one because you're pleading guilty to this offense and it's going to go on your record. Once it's on your record, it's there forever. It's even there after you die. And it's important because when you get into a car in the future, if you start consuming alcohol, if you do before you get into a car, you get pulled over. All officers do is they look at your criminal history. They look at you, how you are. What do you think is going to happen if they smell alcohol and they look at this? Probably not going to go well. So if I were you, I would never get in a car, even if you've had a sip of alcohol, because it's a humongous and it's just a big financial risk. You understand?
Yes, sir, I did.
You also give up a lot of rights by entering this agreement today. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Like I said, once you plead guilty, there's no turning back. Is this what you want to do?
Yes, sir.
How do you plead to the offense of driving while intoxicated? Guilty or not guilty? The other thing I want you to understand, Mr. Billetter, is that, you know, DWI is big business. When you plead guilty to a DWI, there's a $3,000 surcharge that DPS hits you. If you don't pay it, you don't get a license until you do. There's also court costs to the tune of around $500. I will do you a favor and I will waive them. But I want you to understand that if you come back a second DWI, you're looking at around $6,000 in surcharges. $6,000. Not to mention court costs. You could look forward to around $7,000 in fines and fees. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Literally, one button on your phone, $50, anywhere you want to go in this city. Uber. That's what I'm trying to say. It's extremely easy. They'll come pick you up no matter where you want to go. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I'll find you guilty. I'm going to sentence you to 3 days in jail. I will give you credit for the 1 day that you've done. I am going to suspend your license for 90 days.
Can we get ALR credit?
Why?
One, do you want to know about personally, or two, he already
I'm already
obviously-
taking off around $3,500 worth of fines and fees.
Correct. So he's retired, but he has a lot of medical, issues that he has to go to. And also, I believe you said that your siblings also need help driving around, getting around to medical and groceries and responsibilities such as that.
I'm a firm believer that everybody makes mistakes. You know, you're allowed to make a mistake once in a while. But if you continue to make mistakes that endanger the lives of other people, at that point, it's not a mistake and it's a choice. And when you make childish choices, you get treated like a child. And what we do with children here, we put them over our knee and we spank them like a little child, but we do it with a ton of jail time. Get a clue. Just don't get into a car if you've had even a sip of alcohol. Do you understand, Mr. Billetter?
Yes, Your Honor.
I will acquiesce to you, but that's it.
Thank you, Judge.
All right. Good luck, sir. Please see the clerk. You are Alexei Karitonov.
Вы Алексей Харитонов?
Yes.
You-
But
Would you like a translator?
I understand you.
Okay.
Can translate, yes.
Would you prefer the translator, counsel?
It's my understanding from interacting with my client, Your Honor, that he has some mastery of English, but in a proceeding like this, I'd much prefer a translator so you can have exact understanding of what's going on.
Please order in the court so the translator can be heard and hear what's going on also.
Okay. So it looks like you are wanted out of, let me see. Please, if you can translate, Madam Interpreter.
Я смотрю, вас разыскивают.
You are wanted, I don't even see, Day?
Your Honor, he's wanted out of Gwinnett, Georgia for theft by taking.
Вас разыскивают в Гвинет, Джорджии за воровство.
He is believed to be in connection with several others, which is why he's charged with engaging in organized criminal activity.
И предполагается, что он связан с рядом других преступлений, поэтому его обвиняют в участии в организованной преступной деятельности.
They're alleged to have manipulated ATM machines in our state and in Georgia.
Предполагается, что он манипулировал банкоматами ATM-машин в штате, здесь, в нашем штате и в штате Джорджия.
And just in our charge alone here in Harris County, they unlawfully withdrew $236,000 and $386,800
И обвинение только здесь, в округе Харрис, что они незаконно сняли 236 тысяч и $300, и также 336 тысяч и $800.
He is alleged to be the co-defendant in our local case, to be the one that rented the vehicles.
Предполагается, что он является соответчиком по нашему местному делу по аренде транспортных средств.
And is alleged to have committed similar offenses in Georgia.
И предполагается, что он совершил подобные преступления в Джорджии.
State would be asking for no bond at this time.
Поэтому сейчас мы просим не устанавливать.
$236,000 ATM heist suspect, flight risk, or victim of the system. The judge's decision could change everything.
Залог.
And the defense is on the defense side, Your Honor. As far as the facts of the case, we have very good alibis for the days he's alleged to be in Georgia.
И что касается защиты по этому делу, Ваша честь, то у нас есть факты по этому делу, у нас очень хорошее алиби по тем дням, когда предполагается, что он находился в Джорджии.
And Mr. Karitonov has been here in custody for several days before he made bonds in his Harris County cases.
Он находился здесь несколько дней, прежде чем были внесены залоги по делам в округе Хэрис.
Those bonds were substantial, a total of $150,000 in Harris County.
Эти суммы были значительными, суммарно это было $150 тысяч в округе Хэрис.
It wasn't until those bonds were made that the detainer from Georgia was placed. So we did not know that the $150,000 worth of bonds he made would do him no good to get him out until such time the bonds were made.
И эти залоги были внесены, только после этого был приказ от штата Джорджия, поэтому мы не знаем, что были ли эти 150 тысяч в качестве залога, пошли они ему на пользу для освобождения до тех пор, пока они не были внесены.
Mr. Karitonov waived extradition about 6 days ago already, Your Honor.
Oh, so he's got,
То есть
And-
господин Харитонов ожидал экстрадицию уже 6 дней тому назад.
Georgia has declined to come get him thus far. In
И
those 6 days, he has had to be placed in segregation for mental health troubles. You can see that there's a big wound on his forehead from encounters he's had in the jail that has been moderately well taken care of.
И штат Джорджия не захотел приехать, чтобы его забрать на протяжении этих 6 дней. Вы видите, что его поместили в камеру для отдельного заключения в связи с психологическими проблемами. Вы видите эту большую рану у него на лбу от стычки, которая у него была в тюрьме. Поэтому не следует хорошо о нем позаботиться.
And he is also, on Friday, was not able to make his hearing because he was sent back in error. So we were not able to discuss this on Friday. So he spent an additional 4 days in jail for that reason.
Итак, в пятницу он не смог участвовать в своем слушании, поскольку он был отправлен назад по ошибке, поэтому мы не смогли это обсудить в пятницу, поэтому здесь появились еще дополнительные 4 дня.
Mr. Kharitonov has a whole life built here in Houston. He is not a transient figure. He's not a traveler.
Господин Харитонов здесь прожил в Хьюстоне всю свою жизнь. Он не тот, кто постоянно переезжает и передвигается с места на место.
His partner is here in court to support him. His daughter is set to visit him from Russia for the holidays. There is no chance he's not going to deal with these charges, Your Honor.
Партнер здесь в суде для того, чтобы поддержать его. Его дочь посещала его из России во время праздников, и поэтому он не собирается справляться с этими обвинениями здесь.
He does have legal status here in America and is applying to become a lawful permanent resident or citizen.
У него есть легальный статус в США, он подал заявку на то, чтобы стать постоянным резидентом.
So the thing that the defense would request, Your Honor, is that bond be set relating this fugitive warrant so that Mr. Kharitonov can go answer the brand new to him charges from Georgia without having to wait for Georgia to come pick him up and take him by jail.
Поэтому мы запрашиваем Вашу честь, чтобы был назначен залог для того, чтобы он смог здесь отвечать по новым предъявленным обвинениям из Джорджии и не ждать для того, чтобы из Джорджии приехали и забрали его в тюрьму.
And while this is a fugitive case, at no time was Mr. Kharitonov aware of any charges, and he refused to go answer them. They were brand new to him while he was in custody.
И несмотря на то, что это является дело о том, что он скрывается от правосудия, господин Харитонов не знал об этих обвинениях, и он не отказывался от того, чтобы отвечать по ним. Поэтому это совершенно новое обвинение для него.
He does have the means to travel to Georgia and Gwinnett County, which is just north of Atlanta, Your Honor. He will certainly do so with all haste when he is released. He just is asking the court, because of the difficulty of being in jail when your English is limited, especially interacting with people in jail who may not be the most well-intentioned, especially if you don't speak a language they speak, has already resulted in his injury and his segregation in the mental health unit. So we'd ask for a bond so that he can go handle the charges as he intends to do.
Итак, у него есть средства для того, чтобы поехать в Джорджию, в округ Квиннетти, это находится на севере Атланты, и он обязательно это сделает, когда его отпустят. Мы просто просим суд в связи с тем, что у него сложности нахождения в тюрьме, особенно когда знание английского языка ограничено, это осложняет коммуникацию с теми, кто находится в тюрьме. Как вы уже видите, это привело к травмам и раздельному помещению в камеру для психологической помощи. То есть мы просим вас определить залог, и мы сможем справиться с этими обвинениями, которые выдвинуты.
Since the state got into the probable cause, Your Honor, I'll let Your Honor know that the date that they allege he was in Georgia committing an offense, we have photos of him here in Houston and long text chains. I mean, I've got dozens of photos proving he was not in that state.
But understand the nature of the charge is such that it's
I understand, Your Honor. The state gave you some facts I wanted to give you.
Of course.
Итак, и поскольку обвинение должно обвинение иметь достаточных оснований, я могу вам продемонстрировать, Ваша честь, что в те дни, когда предположительно он был в Джорджии, у нас есть фотографии, что он был здесь, находился в Хьюстоне, и большая переписка, у нас есть очень много фотографий, которые подтверждают это, что он был здесь.
Before I get into any arguments, this is the first I've heard of Gwinnett not coming for him. If they are not,
Well, I'm assuming because they are not here yet.
did you get
Это-
anything?
Do you definitively know that they're not going to come get him, or is it because they're not here yet?
I'm not representing the court that Gwinnett County has told me anything at all. Only
It's
their
just
current behavior.
because they haven't not yet.
Like I didn't get a release
Have
teletype.
you spoken to them, and are they going to come get
I'm
him?
only going off at the teletype, but it's my understanding that they are going to come for him. I guess I'll wait until-
И сейчас они рассуждают о том, приедет или не приедет кто-то из штата Джорджия для того, чтобы забрать. Известно ли это наверняка, или это связано с тем, что их пока никого здесь нет.
But as the court has already mentioned, his physical presence, due to the nature of the offense, is irrelevant to the crime because it's the manipulation of the ATM machines.
И как уже суд определил, физическое его нахождение в связи с природой преступления не имеет значения, поскольку это манипуляция банкоматами.
And just in our jurisdiction alone, there are alleged 27 ATMs that were hit.
И только в нашей юрисдикции предполагается, что это было 27 банкоматов.
He specifically played one of the roles he played in this alleged offense here.
It's not.
Это не
Mr.
важно.
Karatanov, I want you to understand two things.
Я хотел бы, господин Харитонов, я хотел бы, чтобы вы понимали два аспекта здесь.
My primary concern is public safety.
Мое первичное опасение, основное опасение, что это общественная безопасность.
My other concern is if we set you a bond, are you going to go back?
И второе опасение, что если мы определим для вас залог, вернетесь ли вы?
I don't know if I'm going to.
Я не знаю, будет ли это так.
But let me give you a bit of information first so that you are well informed.
И я вам сейчас дам определенное количество информации, чтобы вы были проинформированы должным образом.
This is a fugitive case. You are Go ahead.
Это дело о том, что скрываетесь от правосудия.
You are an inherent flight risk.
Вы являетесь с вами связан постоянный риск побега.
If we set you a bond, you will have to make most, if not all of it.
Если мы определим для вас залог, то вы должны сделать большинство, если не все.
Whereas you have waived, you've also made bond.
Когда вы отказались от так называемого залога.
The time for Gwinnett County to come get you has already started ticking.
И время для округа Гвинет, чтобы они приехали, вас забрали, оно уже начало свой отчет.
At least 6 days have already passed.
The final date is the 7th, Your Honor.
По крайней мере, прошло уже 6 дней.
If we set you a bond, you will have 2 weeks to go turn yourself in that jurisdiction.
Если мы установим для вас залог, то у вас будет 2 недели для того, чтобы вы отправились туда и признали свою вину в этой юрисдикции.
I'm going to tell you that if we do, it's going to be a very substantial bond. Not to mention, you will have to surrender your passport.
И если мы установим залог, то это будет очень значительная сумма, не говоря уже о том, что вам нужно будет отдать нам ваш паспорт.
So I'd like to you guys powwow, because I don't know if I do, but it's going to be very substantial.
Я не знаю, установлю
Whereas-
залог, но залог будет очень большим.
A lot of people would save that and go hire a lawyer if they even come.
Очень многие люди говорят об этом и затем, что они наймут адвоката, если они вообще вернутся.
What do you think?
So one of the
What
ones
do
I
we
wanted
do?
to things I wanted to address is part of his role was renting the vehicle itself in the commission of these offenses, and so he clearly has the means to find transportation. That's also
Итак, что бы я хотела здесь сказать по поводу этого дела, его роль была в том, чтобы арендовать транспортные средства, то есть очевидно, что у него есть средства для того, чтобы находить транспортные средства.
But just because of the extent of the offenses spanning multiple states is that I would still stay at no bond.
Any other criminal history?
С учетом вообще масштаба преступления, который затрагивает несколько штатов, я бы все-таки настаивала на том, чтобы не устанавливать залог.
Just a local DWI judge.
Просто хотя бы местная DWI.
My counter argument, Your Honor, is as you mentioned, you'll have to make probably all of the bond. So a bond, even $5,000 or $10,000 is similar to $100,000
No,
bond.
I mean, we're talking five to, heavy five figures.
Мы говорим об очень больших числах, 5 цифр и выше.
I think certainly an option is better than no option. So if the court would consider it, it may be that he can't make the bond it's set, and he'll have to wait regardless.
Может быть, он не сможет нести залог, может быть, ему все-таки придется ждать.
Let me think about it. But I also wanted you to know that I will not set anything until he first surrenders a passport.
Yes, Your
You
Honor.
know,
И мы об этом
talk with him
подумаем.
to see.
I will, Your Honor, and if that conversation may be aided if you can give me an indication of how long you will, before you will let him go if Georgia does not.
But if we do it today, a set of bond today. I mean, assuming he first surrenders a passport, because the first things first is he's going to have to surrender it here to the clerks. So we have possession of it.
Yes, Your Honor.
And at that point, we set a bond.
В любом случае, мы назначим залог только тогда,
No,
если
no.
он передаст
They have
свой
9 days
паспорт,
to come
отдаст
get it.
его своему нашему судебному клерку.
She's trying to catch up.
И
I
у
know
него
that's-
затем будет 9 дней для того, чтобы внести залог.
So for my guidance to Mr. Karitanov, after 9 more days, he'll be set a PR bond on this issue or
Correct.
release.
Well, what happens is they have 9 days to come get him. If they don't come get him in 9 days, they file a motion to dismiss.
Unless there are
But-
extenuating circumstances.
У округа в Джорджии есть 9 дней для того, чтобы приехать и забрать его. Если через 9 дней они этого не сделают, то тогда они подадут ходатайство о снятии рассмотрения этого дела.
Even if they file that dismissal because they don't come get him, that warrant will always remain out there. So they could literally dismiss it, refile it within the next couple hours, get another hold. So if he is released due, you got to lickety split,
The next thing he'll do is go to Georgia.
So yeah, you guys talk about it, let me know, and then we can go from there.
Yes, sir. Well, thank
И
you.
тогда же, если они снимут рассмотрение дела, через пару часов они могут подать снова, и опять это может начаться отсчет. В любом случае, вам нужно хорошенько обговорить все аспекты этого дела и затем сообщить мне.
You want her to call back there?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to chat you the phone number to the holdover, Miss Nikova. If you would mind, I'm live streaming, so please do not say anything now, but I'm going to chat you the phone number to the holdover if you don't mind calling over there so you can help translate. Okay?
Okay, so
Bear with me, let me
just-
chat you the phone number. All right. Antonio Perez Orozco.
Yes.
So you're charged of driving while intoxicated, first offense. It's elevated to a Class A misdemeanor because of the high blow. You were facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. Looks like you guys have worked out an agreement. They're offering you 37 days in jail, credit for the 37 days that you have done. You want to plead guilty to this offense, am I correct?
Yes.
You need to understand that this charge will go on your record. It's going to be there for the rest of your life. Because of that, if you were ever in a car driving and you smell like alcohol and you get pulled over, it will probably not end well. So if I were you, if you want to drink, don't get into a car. Do you understand? You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you are not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, like I said, it will go on your record. You cannot change this or undo this. Do you understand? You still want to do this?
Yes.
How do you plead to the offense of driving while intoxicated? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
Is it true or untrue that you had a .15 or above?
I think so, yes. I think so, yes.
True to the enhancement. All right, I'm going to find you guilty, sentence you to 37 days in jail. I'll give you credit for the 37 days that you've done. I'm going to suspend your license for 90 days, sir. Do not drive until you get a license, and good luck to you, sir. Thank you, Antonio. So what happened? Is he keeping the waiver? Day. Is keeping the waiver?
That's the waiver.
No. On,
Oh, he's keeping the waiver. Yes, Judge.
okay, got it. You're excused, Ms. Novikova. Thank you so much for helping
Okay,
us.
thank you, Your Honor. Have a good day, Your Honor.
All right, take care. All right, you were Timothy Polkey.
Louis Polkey, Your Honor. The name's incorrect. My name's Louis Polkey.
Not Timothy?
No.
Okay. Call him Mr. Pokey. Okay.
What you want to do about this?
I can just re-update it, rewrite it.
You're right, it says Timothy Polkey here.
And there's not.
What does a warrant say?
See, my social security number says Louis Polkey.
Okay, don't just, hey, Mr. Kim,
Yes, Judge.
we got the name wrong on this, so we might have to amend
I
it.
think he has two aliases, Judge. It does say
No, I don't have
Timothy,
an
it does
alias.
say Lou. Hold on.
Hey, I got a bunch of DAs here.
No.
Nothing about you.
Just please don't say anything. It's really, I'm trying to protect you, all right?
It says Timothy Louis Polkey in the hit confirmation that we have.
I went
Oh,
over.
it is Timothy Polkey. Yeah. So you are Timothy Polkey.
No, my name's Louis Polkey.
Lewis.
I even told the officer, when they gave me my
Tag.
Okay, so, okay, we'll fix it, don't worry. We'll fix it. One way or the other.
So it shows as an AKA, Your Honor, but I'm gonna run to see if I can match a SID number, or FBI number.
I'm
Okay.
gonna just file another one.
Well, I mean, I have to reflect what's on the teletype. I mean, unless there's another need to do so, because that's the name that they're extraditing.
They just put, you want me to write in Lewis then?
Oh, for the middle, I
February
mean,
25th, 1973.
oh, that's different. I might need a moment, Judge.
We're gonna fix it, don't worry. Regardless, you are waiving formal extradition, correct?
Yes, I'll give him the.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is, now that we know that, we're gonna fix the paperwork. We'll have you sign a copy that reflects what the name is, and then that's it. Okay?
So you don't need to bring more at this moment?
But don't send it down, because we need them to,
We're gonna have to check with, because I think he said February 12th.
good morning, Mr. Helms. Mr. Helms, you're charged with a total of 3 cases. It looks like you're charged with a theft, another theft, and then you're also charged with criminal mischief.
Yes, sir.
It looks like you've worked out an agreement where you're going to plead guilty on 2 of the thefts, and they're going to dismiss the criminal mischief.
Yes, sir.
Is this how you understand it?
Yes, sir.
You give up a lot of rights by entering this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, you cannot undo this. You also need to understand, Mr. Helms, that both of these are enhanceable cases, meaning that you're now going to end up with 2 thefts on your record. You pick up a third, what happens? To what? Yeah, years instead of days. And I'm telling you, you go pack of smokes, a beer, you're looking at some serious time. You understand? You know, if you ever need anything, just come back here. We have resources for you. All you got to do is walk through the door, come up to me. We'll talk to Shatori. We can find you whatever you need. There's no excuse. So, how do you plead guilt? How do you plead to the theft cases? Guilty or not guilty?
I'm guilty.
On both of those are Class B, so you're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You've worked out a deal or a plea bargain that they're going to offer you 30 days on both of the cases. They're going to give you 58 days credit on one, we are going to give you 56 and then 58 days credit. So it looks like we're done here. Just be careful, man. Come back. We can help you. All right? All right. Good luck, Mr. Holmes.
Mr. Holmes.
Okay. Good morning, Mr. Kaufman. Mr. Kaufman, you're charged with 2 cases. You're charged with criminal mischief. You're also charged with assault, bodily injury. You're facing up to a year in jail. On the assault, on both cases, you're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You've worked out an agreement. They're offering you 90 days in jail with credit for the 81 and 83 days that you've done respectively. Is this how you understand the plea bargain agreement?
Yes, sir. Guilty time served.
This is what you want.
Yes, sir. Guilty time served.
You need to understand that these charges will go on your record, Mr. Kaufman. They're going to be there for the rest of your life. From now on, you're facing a minimum of 90 days in jail for cases that you pick up here. You understand?
Okay.
Do you still want to do this?
Yes, sir.
You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers, the right to be arraigned, charge read to open court. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you accept these agreements, you can never come back and challenge this. You understand?
Yes, sir.
It looks like, and correct me if I'm wrong, Alan, but he has 4 open cases?
The 4 cases here, Your Honor. We're dismissing 2 of the criminal trespass.
Right, so it looks, you've got 2 criminal trespasses, you've got the assault and the mischief. That's how you understand it. They're going to dismiss 2 of them, right?
Sir.
What was the criminal mischief? What was that broken?
So with the criminal mischief, he broke through the sliding glass door at an HEB.
All right, Mr. Kaufman, how do you plead to the offenses? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
I'll find you guilty, send you to the agreements. Good luck to you, sir. All right, so it looks like you were charged with assault of a family member. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine.
It has 132 days credit, but on my system shows 44 days credit.
So you're
For me, it's showing 44 days credit, and the credit is 150. What's the show there, Your Honor?
So you put 132 days credit, but he really has 44 days.
So then it just needs to be written the other.
Yeah, I don't think it's that big of a deal. I mean, it's as long as he's got sufficient credit, that's the,
He does, Your Honor.
yeah. All right, so Mr. Cotton, you've worked out an agreement. They're offering you 44 days in jail, credit for the 44 days that you've already done. You need to understand that this is now going to reflect as a conviction on your record. But the most important thing that you need to understand is that this now carries an affirmative finding of family violence. What that means is that if you ever pick up a case like this again, you will be charged with a 3rd-degree felony, looking at a minimum of 2 years in prison, a maximum of 10 years in prison. Do you understand? You can also never own a gun or ammunition as a result of this plea as well. Do you understand that? You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, it will go on your record and you can never take it off. You still want to do this? How do you plead to the offense of assault of a family member? I'll find you guilty, sentence you to the agreement. Just remember, man, the affirmative finding is going to chase you forever. You understand? All right. Good luck, Mr. Cobb. Thank you. Hey.
Good morning. We're approaching on Terrence Wilburn.
Okay.
We wanted to discuss his bond conditions. So currently right now he is looking for work, so he is trying to get employed. He doesn't have any bond conditions right now, and
He doesn't have bond conditions?
is Perez right now.
Okay.
And he's currently trying to find work right now, so he eventually will get employed to, start working.
Would you like?
We would like to keep it at no conditions on his bond so that he can move freely to get.
Did he just bond out?
No, he did not.
So he's got a terroristic threat. He's on bond for a robbery and an impeding of breath. Is the terroristic threat related to any of the CWs in this case?
No.
Okay.
Don't believe so, Judge. No, they're not. They're different complainants. I would just ask that he doesn't have, that there's no contact with the apartment unit or with the complainant in this case, and those would just be state's requests.
Yeah, we don't want him to have obvious contact with the complaining witness in this case and not to go anywhere near they live or where they work, and then no weapons. And as long as he can abide by those, we're happy.
If his place of residence is in that apartment complex.
Are you sure that it is?
He's currently staying with his wife at the moment.
Well, it's against a. Who is the complaining witness in this?
Name?
No, I don't need a name. I need relation and things of this nature.
Defendant's child's mother. So the baby mama.
Okay.
Yeah, John, I don't think that's completely correct. The complaining witness should be leaving office.
Okay, I don't want him to have contact with these people at all. I mean, that's like a really volatile.
You're right. Thank you for the
As long as
correction.
he's still able to live there, as long as he doesn't make contact.
He's not to go to the leasing office.
Okay.
You know, someone else is going to have to transact business, but I don't want him to have contact.
Pro tip: don't accidentally bump into your ex if she's the complaining witness. Judge Fleischer is literally begging this guy to use common sense. Go the complete opposite way, he says. It's simple advice, but in this courtroom, common sense is usually the first thing that walked out the door.
Hey, so Ms. Rosette, can you reach out to them and say, hey, look, this is what's going to happen. We've ordered him not to go back to the leasing office. We've ordered him not to have contact with this complaining witness, not to be in possession of weapons. As long as he can abide, then we're good. Otherwise, and that's it. We're just trying to keep trouble away. You know, we don't want them to run into each other, bad blood come up, and then it just goes haywire.
You said no weapons, Judge?
Correct.
Okay, yeah.
Shouldn't have it regardless because the case is upstairs anyway. So.
And Alex just
We
stepped
need him
out.
to sign the conditions though.
Okay.
So he's here.
Yeah.
So don't worry about it. Mr. Wilburn, come up. Go around. Good morning, sir. I want you to understand that I'm going to do everything in my power to protect my community at all costs. Do you understand? You're on bond for 3 very serious cases. And I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond, number 1, not to be in possession of weapons. Number 2, not to have contact with the complaining witness in this case. And number 3, not to go where she lives or where she works. So if she's working at the leasing office, don't go there. Do you understand? If I get wind that there are any issues whatsoever, it's not going to go well between you and I. Do you understand? All I'm asking is I don't want any more issues. I don't want you to pick up a new case. And the last thing I want you to do is accidentally bump into her somehow, some way. Don't. If you know that she is at one part and you're at it, just go the complete opposite way. Life's too short to sit in a 6x9 for the next 6 months. Do you understand? Okay. All right. We're good. Don't leave until you sign our bond conditions. And then after that, you're free to go. Okay. Oh, one more thing. Stay in contact. You've got great lawyers. Stay in contact with them. If they tell me they can't get a hold of you because you're ducking and dodging, I'm going to revoke your bond. Do you understand? Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Good morning, sir.
Morning, Your Honor.
How are you?
I'm doing good, fine, sir.
Dedrick Addison.
Is this what you want to do, Mr. Addison?
Yes, sir.
You've picked up 2 more cases. You picked up a theft. You've picked up a criminal trespass. You've worked out an agreement. They're going to dismiss the trespass. You're pleading guilty to the theft case.
Yes, sir.
What happens if you pick up another theft case?
I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
Felony.
Right. The difference between upstairs and felony land versus down here, you're looking at years instead of days. If you want something, if you need something, come back. We can give you resources. But just because you're on the street doesn't give you the right. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Get Lori's number. She can help you in any way you need it. She can find you resources, house, food, no car, but transportation. Really?
Yes, sir.
There's no excuse.
Mm.
Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. So once you accept this agreement, you can never change this or undo this. Do you understand?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
One more thing, Mr. Addison, you know, in all the times and I have gotten to know each other, meaning 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, you've never come back to court. Come back. Good things happen when you come to court. Understand. And how do you plead to the theft? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty, Your Honor.
I'll follow the agreement. I'm going to sentence you to it. One more thing is it true that you had the prior theft here in April of this year?
Yes.
Okay, so true to the first enhancement, abandon the second one, please. All right, Mr. Addison, come back. Come back. I mean,
Only if you get in trouble.
if you get
Only if you get in trouble.
right, don't get in trouble. I mean, don't come back. Right.
That was funny, Judge.
I think he knows what I meant. Tell me, what you got?
My client manages the plea act.
Are you ready? Manning, coming up. Good morning, Mr. Manning. Sir, you're charged with assault, causing bodily injury. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement. They're offering you 6 days in jail, credit for the 2 days that you've done. This is going to now reflect as a conviction on your record. After today, is this what you want to do? You're pleading guilty to this offense. You need to understand from now on, you're facing a minimum of 90 days in jail for any new misdemeanors that you pick up like this. You understand? If I had one strand of hair, every time someone told me that, God, I'd look like Jimi Hendrix, I tell you. I would look, man, I'd be a rock star. Just don't. Self-control. That's why everybody's in there. No self-control. The agreement that you've worked out is 6 days in jail, credit for 2. You give up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement, Mr. Manning. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, there's no one doing this. Is this what you want to do? How do you plead to the officer? Guilty. All right. I'll find you guilty. Send it to the agreement. Be careful, man. Really. Be careful. Self-control. All right. Thank you. I'll waive it. All right. Thank you, Mr. Cartwright.